Iron stairs and winding stone. I've built a kingdom on my own. Above the salt and crashing waves, the memory of all my graves. The glass is clean, the oil is deep, but all the light is fast asleep. Beneath the lens I start to feel a warmth that is far too real. I didn't strike, I didn't flare, but I felt a tension in the air, as if the wick forgot the dark. When the horizon caught a spark, I nearly broke the midnight seal, but I'm terrified of what I'd feel. Every time the lightning nears, I drown the flame in ancient fears. I don't know how to shine in a world that isn't mine. Every spark that finds its way ashes before it stays. Searching through the haze for a sign of better days. I watch the fog begin to roll around the edges of my soul. The sky is vast and thunder loud behind a heavy iron cloud, but when the flint begins to bite, I pull the shutter on the night. I don't know if I can bear the weight of being needed there, but every ripple in the sea is a ghost of who I'm meant to be. Maybe I've been dark too long to learn the rhythm of a song and burn, or a heart that learned to hide before it felt the turning tide. To learn I'm a tower with a hollow core, guarding nothing on the shore again. And the lonely truth I find is I'm the light I've left behind. Was burning at the tip, but I let the golden moment slip. I blew the tiny flame to black and turned the heavy iron back. No silver beam, no guiding star, just the storm and every scar. I stayed a shadow on the height and gave the ocean to the night. Fluorescent lights and flickering hum, counting the minutes till I'm numb. The concrete bench is cold and gray, a place where dreams come to decay. The schedule's torn upon the wall, I'm waiting for a phantom call. Beneath the asphalt I start to feel a distant engine that is far too real. I didn't wave, I didn't stand, but I felt the ticket in my hand, as if the city lost its noise when the silence found a steady voice. I nearly stepped into the light, but I stayed a shadow in the night. Every time the doors swing wide, I find another place to hide. I don't know how to go to a world I've yet to know. Every spark that finds its way stalls before it stays. moments that I have always missed. I watch the driver's steady gaze and fear the end of lonely days. The sky is vast and neon bright, reflecting off the rain tonight. But when the brakes begin to hiss, I pull back from the precipice. I don't know if I can bear the weight of being someone there, but every rumble on the track is a heart that's never coming back. Maybe I've been waiting too long to learn the tempo of a song and move, for a soul that learned to sit before it found the spark to hit the groove. I'm a station with no one away, arriving just a second late again. And the bitter truth I find is I'm the destination left behind. The engine roared to start the climb. I chose to stay behind the time. The taillights faded down the street, leaving the silence incomplete. No open road, no shifting gear, just the pavement and the familiar fear. I watched the last chance drive away and turn my back to meet the gray. Artificial blue and neon light, a steady pulse to keep me right. The filter water clean and still against the power of the spill. The corals made of painted stone, a kingdom I have built alone. Beneath the surface I start to feel a tidal wave that's far too real. I didn't swim, I didn't dive, but I felt the current come alive, as if the glass forgot its name. When the salt of the horizon came, I nearly let the water take, but I fear the walls were gonna break. Every time the ocean calls, I retreat behind these plastic walls. I don't know how to drift in a world that's starting to shift. Every spark that finds its way drowns before it stays. The silver scales begin to shine, reflecting things that aren't mine. I watch the deep and darker green and fear the truth of the unseen. The sky is vast and wild and gray, above the ripples of the bay. But when the glass begins to crack, I push the rushing ocean back. I don't know if I can bear the weight of all the freedom there, but every shiver in the sand is a reach for a long forgotten land. Maybe I've been captive too long to learn a rhythm of a song and flow, or a soul that learned to stay before it found a better way to go. I'm a shipwreck in a shallow boat, feeding on a static soul again. And the lonely truth I see is I'm the cage that's drowning me. The salt was burning in my eyes, I chose the safety of the lies. I patched the leaks and blocked the spray and turned the open sea away. No deep blue mystery, no white gave the ocean back to the night. Polished brass and frozen hands, stuck within the desert sands of a second that I chose to keep, while the rest of the world is fast asleep. The pendulum is heavy, dead and still, against the pulling of a hidden will. Beneath the casing I start to feel a phantom ticking that is far too real. I didn't turn, I didn't chime, but I felt the sudden pulse of time, as if the rust forgot to hold when the iron met a streak of gold. I nearly let the spring unwind, but I left the future far behind. Every time the key begins to turn, I feel the bridge I'll have to burn. I don't know how to be in a rhythm I can't quite repeat. Every spark that finds its way rusts before it stays. The dust is thick on every gear, the architecture of a year. I watch the sunlight hit the face and feel the ending of this place. The sky is moving fast and wide above the secrets that I hide. But when the first cog starts to click, I find a way to make it stick. I don't know if I can stand the weight of hours in my hand, but every shiver in the spring is a song I'm terrified to sing. Maybe I've been silent too long to learn the tempo of the song and wake, or a heart that learned to pause before it broke the ancient laws to break. I'm the midnight that refuses dawn, waiting for the light to be gone again. And the bitter truth I find is I'm the hand that I've aligned. The key was spinning in the lock, I chose to paralyze the clock. I snapped the spring and held my breath and chose this quiet golden death. No ticking heart, no moving day, just the shadows where I'll stay. I broke the cycle, I kept the floor, and let the now walk through the door. Polished skin and eyes of glass, watching all the seasons pass. I've carved a smile that never fades, deep within the velvet shades. A perfect stillness, cold and dry, underneath the painted sky. Beneath the surface I start to feel a fever that is far too real. I didn't move, I didn't breathe, but I felt the inner spirit seethe, as if the wick forgot the mold when the room outran the bitter cold. I nearly let it melt, but I denied the heat I felt. Every time the flicker grows, I freeze the pulse that no one knows. I don't know how to be soft with this heavy mask held aloft. dance upon the wall, waiting for the mask to fall. I watch the golden drip of light and fear the softening of the night. The air is heavy, thick and sweet, a rhythm that I can't quite meet. But when the edges start to bend, I find a way to make it in. I don't know if I can bear to lose the shape I'm forced to wear, but every ripple in the glow is a secret that I'll never show. Maybe I've been still too long to learn the movement of the song and run, or a soul that learned to stay before it found the light of day. And I'm the monument to my own fear, drowning in a waxy tear. Again, I'm the lonely truth I find is I'm the cage I've left behind. Touch my hand, I chose to make a final stand. I stepped away from the burning floor and locked the frost behind the door. No fluid heart, no golden change, just the stillness cold and strange. I kept the mold I kept alive and watched the last ember die. Chalky skin and hollow chest, a heart that's put to final rest. I stand so still upon the base, with a blank and frozen face. The world is bleeding neon red, but I'm a ghost of what I said. Beneath the surface I start to feel a pigment that is far too real. I didn't reach, I didn't pray, but I felt the white begin to gray, as if the dust forgot its place when the rain of color met my face. I nearly let the blue run deep, but I have a lonely vow to keep. Every time the palette starts to bloom, I retreat into my marble room. I don't know how to wear the vivid life that's waiting there. Every spark that finds its way fades before it stays. The sun is dripping down like a golden heavy crown. I watch the rivers on the floor and fear the opening of the door. The sky is painting purple lines between the shadows and the signs, but when the drop begins to stain, I hide my body from the rain. I don't know if I can bear the weight of being vivid there, but every ripple in the light is a challenge to my perfect white. Maybe I've been stoned too long to learn the rhythm of a song and bleed, or a soul that learned to hide before it let the world inside its need. I'm a masterpiece of empty space with no expression on my face. Again, and the bitter truth I find is I'm the canvas left behind. The storm of color washed the street, I chose a shadow in the sleep. I wiped the pigment from my skin and let the hollow white back in. No vibrant heart, no stained glass soul, just a fragment torches carved in jagged eyes. I've paid the lonely frozen price to keep the summit white and still, against the power of my will. The frost is thick upon the ledge, a silver wall, a crystal edge. Beneath the glacier I start to feel a burning core that's far too real. I didn't shake, I didn't melt, but I ignored the pulse I felt, as if the mountain lost its height when the magma caught a glimpse of light. I nearly let the mountain break, but I couldn't stand the coming quake. Every time the embers rise, I'll flood the fire with frozen lies. I don't know how to burn without a point of no return. Every spark that finds its way freezes before it stays. Rising through the snow, a secret only I can know. I watch the orange rivers flare and fear the smoke within the air. The sky is white and summer warm, a calm before the perfect storm. But when the surface starts to crack, I push the fire and fever back. I don't know if I can bear the weight of all the passion there, but every shiver in the ground is a drumbeat that I have to drown. Maybe I've been winter too long to learn the rhythm of a song and flare, or a soul that learned to chill before it felt the frantic thrill of a prayer. I'm a volcano trapped in sleep, with the promise that I couldn't keep again, and the lonely truth I see is I'm the frost that's burying me. The peak was ready to explode, but I chose the heavy frozen road. I quenched the fire with the tidal wave and turned the heat into a grave. No rising smoke, no golden ash, just the silence of a cold crash. I stayed a mountain made of stone and kept the fire for me alone. Hardened clay and painted blue, a perfect shape I'm clinging to. I hide the lines where I was torn before the bitter day was born. The glaze is thick to hide the gray, to keep the shattering away. Beneath the porcelain I start to feel a tremor that is far too real. I didn't break, I didn't fall, but I felt the shadow on the wall, as if the kiln forgot the heat when the rhythm found a steady beat. I nearly let the gold flow in to heal the ghost beneath my skin. Every time the light gets bold, I turn my heart back to the cold. I don't know how to be whole with these canyons in my soul. Every spark that finds its way cracks before it stays. The liquid sun is at the brim to fill the hollow and the dim. I watch the pouring yellow fire and fear the depth of promise in the middle of the night. But when the edges start to mend, I find a way to make it end. I don't know if I can bear to see the scars reflecting there, but every ripple in the dust is a ghost of all my broken trust. Maybe I've been fragments too long to learn the lyrics of a song and heal, or a heart that learned to snap before it felt the golden trap of what's real. I'm a vessel that refuses the mend, waiting for the world to end again. And the lonely truth I find is I'm the hand that's left behind. The golden stream was at my feet, but I chose to make the void complete. I threw the pieces to the floor and walked away through a broken door. No mending lines, no shining scene, just the wreckage of a faded dream. I'd rather stay in 1,000 parts than be the king of mended hearts. Carbon fiber, cold and sleek, searching for the thing I never seek. A steady hover in the gray, moving just to get away. The sensors map a hollow land, untouched by any human hand. Beneath the circuit I start to feel a frequency that's far too real. I didn't dip, I didn't flare, but I felt a tension in the air, as if the program lost its line when your signal tangled into mine. I nearly let you take the wheel, but I'm terrified of how I'd feel every time the cockpit starts to glow. I dive to where the shadows grow. I don't know how to land on a ground I didn't plan. Every spark that finds its way shores before it stays. The radar blips a steady beat above the rhythm of the street. I watch the runway lights appear and fear the end of empty fear. The sky is open, blue and fast, beyond the ghosts of all my past. But when the landing gear descends, I force the flight back to the ends. I don't know if I can bear the stillness of the valley there, but every ripple on the wing is a song I'm terrified to sing. Maybe I've been flying too long to learn the gravity of song and fall, or a soul that learned to cruise before it had a thing to lose at all. I'm a mission with no home to find, leaving every heart behind again. And the lonely truth I see is I'm the storm that's chasing me. Finally broke. I turned tubes and copper wire, feeding on a cold desire. The screen is flickering in the gray, catching ghosts from far away. I've built a tower in the void to keep my frequency destroyed. Beneath the hum I start to feel a transmission that is far too real. I didn't tune, I didn't search, but I'm falling from my lonely perch, as if the satellite forgot to lie when a human voice cut through the sky. I nearly heard the truth, but I'm addicted to my wasted youth. Every time the wave gets clear, I drown the sound in white noise fear. I don't know how to resonate in a world I've learned to isolate. Every spark that finds its way distorts before it stays. The dials are spinning in my hand, a language I won't understand. I watch the needle hit the peak and fear the words I'm about to speak. The stars are pulsing like a heart, trying to tear my world apart. But when the message starts to bloom, I flood with static in the room. I don't know if I can bear to find a meaning waiting there, but every ripple in the air is a ghost of a long forgotten prayer. Maybe I've been mute too long to carry such a crystal song and bleed, or a soul that learned to crash before it turned the cool to ash and speed. I'm a broadcast with no one to hear, feeding on the salt of every tear. Again, and the lonely truth I find is I'm the wall I've built behind. The voice was calling out my name, but I set the frequency aflame. I cranked the volume until it broke and turned the melody into smoke. No more frequency, no more line, just the silence that I made mine. I cut the wire, I pulled the plug and wrapped the code like a heavy rug.